1 hour later.
Get to a point where you ain't fighting about nothing but who gonna be standing at the end. And that's when shit gets dangerous.
All right. So for today's topic at hand is going to be, who do you think that Ronnie's actually going to target, either between like Marvin or Lulu? Now, before I even get started on anything, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, get on in here, join the Discord. Now, regarding Unique's death, and it was a tragedy how it happened in the last episode. Now, granted, I know that a lot of people was constantly saying that maybe Unique shouldn't have died, that he had like more left in the tank. And I was thinking about this because I don't think I've ever mentioned it before when it came down to like character development and story development, where it's just like from the first season of Raising Kanan, Unique always had like this crush on Rock. And it went on into like the second season where he had this crush on her, into eventually the third season he got what he wanted. So I'm just thinking about like, okay, I guess maybe people of succeeding on what they trying to get, and then eventually attaining what they trying to get, and then eventually dying. Because I feel like there's like a lesson here that we've seen even in the original Power, where basically Ghost had everything and was going to have even more, but eventually it was taken away from him, right? And you can kind of see that for Unique as well, where he had everything, he was gonna have more, but eventually it was taken away from him, right? And as I said before, somebody does have like a gun on Lulu, so we don't know if it's going to be Lulu this time, because as I said before, they've always been taking turns between either Marvin or Lulu, or who's going to be the one to actually to go first. And I'm going to say this. I don't think it's going to probably be maybe Lulu this season. It might not be, because the thing is with Lulu, he hasn't had like a story or a character development. Like his character hasn't really been pushed that way, like, compared to like Marvin. Marvin is like a different character compared to how he was in the first season, where he was a little bit rough, right? And how not only was he rough around the edges, but he was really rough when it came down to Jukebox. So I'm just like, I think maybe Marvin could be the one to I don't know, die. But then again, we don't know, because for Lulu's story, he hasn't like fully developed quite yet to seem like, okay, what did he actually attain for himself? Because yeah, he's gonna have like Shirley's bar, and he's gonna try like bring in like new talent, right? But the thing is, it's just like, I don't know. We don't know yet, and we just gonna have to like wait and see on how far his character is actually gonna go. But again, if Crazy Ronnie is out here murking people and he tries to like target either like Lulu or Marvin to try to get back at Rock, and then if it is Lulu the one to die, then okay, because keep in mind, they building up Ronnie to be like this monster level threat that Rock is gonna have no choice but to take out, because he's moving too crazy. And the thing is, it's just like, seeing how like Unique is basically dead, and how he was doing like his business with Quan and that whole Chinese spot, it does make me wonder as well, like, will Ronnie actually take over that spot? Who knows, right? Who knows? Because Ronnie hasn't met Quan, and he would have to go through Stefano, so it's just like, no, I don't think so. But it's just like, Ronnie's gonna be constantly, trying to come after Rock, and we have to like wonder like who he's actually gonna plan out and what he's gonna actually do. Because the thing is, as I said before, we don't even know on Ronnie's full backstory. We still missing like pieces to like fully understand his character, because we know that he has this obsession on wanting to kill Rock. Now we know, because of the whole Unique stuff of how Unique failed, and he comes out of prison and he's just like, there's no business, there's no men on the corners, you fucked up. So we just gonna have to wait and see on what Ronnie's next move is gonna be, and hopefully we get to see more of that, where, I don't know, maybe Rock would probably explain a little bit about like Ronnie's backstory on maybe the reason why he may want her dead, if she comes to find out that yeah, he's looking for her, he's basically outside stalking her home and shit. So again, that's going to be a story to tell for Ronnie. And I was thinking as well that if he does target like either Marvin or Lulu, it would have to make sense in the story wise as to why he would do it, and for him to even take one of them out. But I'm still leaning on to, if it's not Lulu, then it could be Marvin, because I'm thinking of this as well, that if Lulu was to die, I'm thinking it would probably be safe for like D-Wiz's brother. That's what I'm kind of like leaning towards, because remember when Lulu was sitting in that jail and he saw like Scrappy and the like, they ghosts, like Scrappy's ghost and D-Wiz's ghost. So I'm just like, okay, he has like some sort of regret on, he got one killed. No, he killed one and the other one was technically innocent, right? So, and I'm thinking like once when D-Wiz's brother comes out of it, wherever he's at, right? Like once he appears, then I think the person that he's going to probably go to first is going to be Kanan, because Kanan was his best friend, and he's going to have to get some sort of answers from him to be like, okay, what happened? What happened to my brother? And you was the only one that was close to him, right? And he's going to have to explain. Now, depending on Kanan's answer at the time and how far Dark Kanan actually becomes, if that happens, and I would probably see like maybe D-Wiz's brother coming for Lulu, but then again, it would have to be spent into a story or a narrative as to why he did it, right? Because he can't say, oh, because Rock did it or ordered it or whatever. It would have to like make sense for D-Wiz's brother to actually kill Lulu. So that's why I said it kind of like makes the story, well, it kind of makes that particular story mute. It would be kind of like mute at that point, right? And as I said before, Rock, she has a lot on her plate to deal with, because she has to deal with the FBI, the feds, and then she's trying to like deal with child services. So she has a little bit on her plate at the moment. And now to know that, yeah, Ronnie's going to be after her. So how she's going to maneuver through all of this, knowing that she has like a lot on her plate. So you got to look into those things as well, and to look into Ronnie's next moves, what he's actually going to be planning on doing, and how he's going to like execute his plans, because he's going to figure some sort of way of getting close to like Raquel and actually trying to attempt to kill her, right? Because again, that's not over with. That's not really over with, and how he's basically clocking everybody and nobody's clocking him, which is the scary part. When you got a guy who's clocking everybody, knows where everybody stays and sleeps at, and you don't know where he's at, oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good, because it's like he can appear out of nowhere, which we've seen. So he can snatch up Marvin or Lulu, have a gun on one of them, right, and be like, somebody's going to have to die here, because as I said before, they building up Ronnie to be like this monster threat, and that he's the boogeyman. Ronnie's literally the boogeyman. You basically check your beds, you check your closets, you have to double check, because if you don't, he's literally going to be standing right there. As the line of what they said for a young James St. Patrick. It was just like, you never seen them come, you never seen them leave. And that's basically Ronnie. You never seen them coming, you didn't see him leave. That's literally him right there. That's literally him right there. But, yeah, man. But like I said, I don't know. I think that maybe this time around it's going to be looking quite murky for the Thomas family. Because keep in mind of this as well. For Jukebox's story. Jukebox, we haven't fully seen her, we haven't like quite seen her story development move into that direction. We've seen Kanan his story move into that direction, but we've not seen Jukebox's story move into that direction quite yet, right? And if Marvin was to die, then it would just jumpstart her story development and character development to the point where she's either wanting to like get out of Queens immediately, where she doesn't want to be there anymore, and then the whole name changing, and then her eventually becoming a cop. So I wonder, like I said, if they're gonna actually start to do this, because Unique's death was kind of out of nowhere. Now, despite the leak and the spoiler that happened, his death was literally out of nowhere. Nobody really expected his death to happen. Nobody. Absolutely nobody. It was just like, oh, Ronnie showed up. He beat him with a stick. Well, not a stick, but with a pipe. Beat his ass with a pipe, killed him, and then that was it. Nobody really expected that at all. But it's just that I think that in this season, I think they're going to, try to do that, where they're going to try to have like these unexpected deaths or these circumstances happen where we, be shocked. I mean, that's the whole point about it, to be like, because you can't really predict and call everything. You have to have like some sort of surprises here and there to like catch us off guard, because like I said before, with the whole, Marvin and Lulu, like them constantly keep taking turns on who's gonna die first. Again, they could be like, oh, we're gonna do a switch. No more taking turns. It's actually gonna be Marvin this time, and then Lulu is the one to get to live, because remember, Lulu and Rock is on bad terms. They're on bad terms after the last season, and Lulu's trying to do his own thing. He's not trying to be with Rock anymore, and Rock's doing her own thing, trying to have Kanan by her side. So it's just like, to make them, I guess, maybe be reunited or whatever, would probably be through to Marvin's death, right? That's what I'm thinking. That they probably could lean down to that direction if they wanted to, right? But again, who knows? Because this season, I think this is probably like one of my favorite seasons. Because Ronnie, I think this is literally shaping to be like one of my favorite seasons. Because the way he's coming in, he's doing crazy shit, right? I like it. And the spin, but shit. Comment down below what you guys think of, Ronnie actually, making moves on either Lulu or Marvin to try to either get back at Rock, right? And, try to take a shot at her, right? Maybe do you potentially see Kanan get involved and he might actually kill Ronnie? Right, like we all lean into like Rock is the one to do it, but then again, it could be unexpected, and it could probably be maybe Kanan to do it. Who knows? But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and share. I'll catch you all in the next one.